Hi, my name is Jason Gregory and I'm the European Sales Manager for Reliv International. For over 30 years now, we have been impacting people's lives in two areas which they struggle with the most, which is within their well-being and also their finances. And we operate within the wellness industry. And the wellness industry is a massive industry, already $1 trillion industry, and it's helping people to live happy and more fulfilled lives. And at Reliv, we are doing just that. So, where did we get started? Well, it was over 30 years ago. We started off with an initial product. And since that time, we've developed a suite of products that are targeted for the whole family. You're talking about complex nutritional products that are very simple to take. And because we oversee our own on-site manufacturing facilities and research and development, we can ensure the high standard of quality of every product that comes off our production line. And so people are looking for financial freedom, they're looking for better lifestyles, and as a platform, we're allowing people to experience just that. So why the need for nutrition? Well, people are living very busy and active lives, but our bodies are designed to run on good nutrition. But unfortunately, many people's choices are not necessarily the best. But that doesn't take away from the fact that our bodies need the right levels of nutrition on a daily basis. And many people are finding over long periods of time of their bodies not being able to have that is their bodies are acting accordingly. Well, we make nutrition very simple. We're talking about optimum nutrition for the body to be able to maximize what it's doing. And that's what our formulas are focused on. Very complex, but very simple. So, why choose the Reliv products? Well, our message, like I've said before, is all about simplicity. But bioavailability is a very, very important thing. You see, if you're eating food but your body can't put it to work, your body can't maximize what it's doing. But if your body can absorb something efficiently, then your body can do a lot better. And we get a high level of bioavailability of our product. Synergism is how everything works together for a compounded effect. So it's not about the isolated nutrient anymore, but it's about how everything is coming together. And our ingredients, like I said before, are quality and guaranteed. Well, it starts off with the core nutrition, which is either the now or the classic. The classic was the original formula developed by a gentleman called Dr. Theodore Calogres. He was the longest funded scientist in the World Health Organization. He was also the longest serving member in the World Council of Nutrition. He was a hematologist who studied the human cell in order to understand what the human body needed to recreate healthy cells. And it took him over 10 years and over 850 separate trial formulations of different balances of food before he got the balance that we now know as the Reliv Classic. Then we have the Reliv Now, which was enhanced by Dr. Carl Hastings. Now, to put Dr. Carl into perspective, out of the 5,000 chief scientific officers in the US, Dr. Carl was in the top 10. And so he was very well respected and he enhanced the product with the Reliv Now. But both of these products are sister products and they both contain key vitamins and minerals and more, like vitamin C and D, shown to aid healthy immune systems, and vitamin A, that is contributed to healthy skin and vision. That's just to name but a few. Then we have the Kids Now, which is a powerful balance of key nutrients that are all put together so that the children can maintain a good sense of well-being. It also includes calcium, which is needed to maintain healthy bones, and also it also has the omega-3. We also have a fiber product. It's called Fiber Store. Now, we all should understand the importance of fiber, but how many of us are getting the right levels of fiber in our diet? Well, in our Fiber Store product, we have over 9.5 grams of fiber, which is made up of multiple sources of fiber, including oat grain fiber, which has been shown to support healthy digestion, and other synergistically put together ingredients. So it's a very, very powerful product to add to your nutritional regime. Then we also have the Energize. It is a powerful isotonic sports drink, and it is really helping people to really maintain hydration levels in their body. But it also contains vitamin C, which has been shown to help maintain energy levels through long periods of physical exercise. It's great for people who have a hectic, busy lifestyle as well, who want to maintain very good energy levels. And so it's a great drink for people who do strenuous exercise because it also contains those important electrolytes that are lost through exercise. Finally, we have the Lunarit C product. This has a concentrated version of an ingredient called lunacin, which is a naturally occurring plant-based peptide. And one capsule of Lunarit C has got the same amount of lunacin that you would have got if you would have consumed about 25 grams of high quality soy protein. And it's in a vegetarian capsule, so it is very, very easy and convenient to take. But it's not just about the nutrition for our own families, we have a very, very strong mission to nourish our world and to give back. And we do that through the Colossus Foundation. Now, the Colossus Foundation was named after Dr. Theodore, the microbiologist I mentioned to you earlier on. He lived his life by a mandate which says, be ashamed to die before you've scored a victory for mankind. And we believe that he scored that victory with that product that he's taken. Because we currently are feeding thousands and thousands of children on a daily basis with our product. And it was the vision of Sandy Montgomery, who was one of the founders of Reliv, to feed 1 million children a day. And the way we're going to get to that level is by people building their businesses, because the foundation is completely distributor funded. Currently, we have over 270 feeding centers spanning over 9 countries, and there is so much more room for expansion, because we understand that there are people less fortunate than ourselves that need help, and the foundation is focused on meeting that need.
More than 1 billion people worldwide struggle daily with their health and malnutrition. Every 5 seconds, a child dies from hunger-related diseases. 6 million die each year. Reliv has formulated life-changing nutritional supplements since 1988. The Reliv Colossus Foundation was established to deliver those products to those most in need, and to help Reliv distributors and employees nourish our world. Through our U.S. and international feeding programs, Reliv Now for Kids is changing the lives of more than 42,000 children every day. These kids are just a few of the thousands we are helping nutritionally and emotionally. Just look into their eyes and you will see a glimpse of what's inside their hearts.
We also have something called the Reliv Athletic Program, which is unique to Reliv Europe. And the Reliv Athletic Program is a program that sponsors professionals and semi-professionals with product, not with money, but with product. And that's very important. So the reason why these athletes are endorsing our product is because of the tangible results they are getting on the product. And we have people from all kinds of disciplines, like boxing. We have athletes, we have footballers, we have rugby players, we have tennis players, we have Ironman, we have all kinds of disciplines, motocross, archers, and all these people are getting phenomenal results in terms of their performance, which is why they stay with the program. And we're always looking to expand the program as well. And so it's a very, very powerful part of what we do as part of Reliv Europe. But Reliv is really about results. So what you want to do is get back to the person who directed you to this presentation, and they can share with you some testimonials. And the testimonials that they will share with you, there's thousands of testimonials of people all over the world that have had results on these products, and they will absolutely blow you away. So get back to the person who invited you to this presentation. Products are so powerful. This is why we have a very, very strong business opportunity. Well, guys, this is why the business opportunity is a real one, because we get paid to share products that we love, products that are impacting our lives, and products that are impacting other people's lives. But the beauty about the platform is you can work this full-time or you can work it part-time. There's no boss. You are your own boss. A lot of times people work it part-time around their current commitments until their check grows to a level where they can make some nice decisions. But it's completely down to the individual how much or how little they want to earn. You see, the potential for earning it can happen in your very, very first month. We have a very simple system with simple processes that are designed to do the majority of the telling and the selling for you. And if you can just plug into those systems and use those tools, then you can start growing a very strong business for yourself. And again, there's a no risk to try the product with the money back guarantee that you have. And so it all depends on what a person wants in life. There are many people that are struggling in many areas of their life, and they're looking for ways to change their situation. And really by offering people a way in which they can take the passions that they have for helping other people, the desires that they have for bettering their finances, and realize them in a very powerful way. So how do we actually get paid with Reliv? Well, we get paid in 5 different ways, and I'll go through each one of them in turn, starting off with the retail profit. Now, we understand about retail because we go into shops every day. The shop owner bought their product at a wholesale price, put their retail markup on it, sold it to us, and then made their profit. Well, in the same way, anybody can come on board this business anywhere between 20 and 40%. It is completely up to the individual where they come on board. Now, I like to talk about things from the 40% profit level because I want to show you how you maximize what you are making. Because if I ask you the question, would you rather make £20 an hour or for the same work and effort make £40 an hour, which one would you choose? I'm sure the majority of you would choose 40 because most people want to get paid the most amount of money for their time commitment. So that I'll do the 40% level. So you share £100 of a product with either a friend, a neighbor, or a relative. Now you're not limited to these people. You can share it with whoever you want to share it with. But if these products are as good as we say they are, it's only natural to want to share it with people that you love and care about. Yeah, so if you share £100 worth of a product with either one of those guys at the 40% level, you are going to make £40 profit straight away. Yeah, self-explanatory. See, everybody's a potential customer. The oldest person I know that has been on this product has been a friend of mine in the US called Herbert Washington. His mother was on these products 108 years old. The youngest people on these products have still been in the womb. Yeah, there are people that have had many babies on the product, and the only thing they took as a prenatal was the Reliv products, including my wife is one of them. And so everybody is a potential customer. That's the first way we get paid. The second way we get paid is called wholesale profit. Now what's going to happen is some of these people are going to stay on the product because they're getting really good results, but they have no inclination to do the business. But then there's going to be other people that are going to want to join you in the business for a couple of reasons. Some people want to make a couple of hundred extra. Some people want to make a couple of thousand extra. Some people just want to make enough to pay for their own product. But what can happen is they can join you anywhere between 20 and 40%. Yeah, which means because wholesale profit is the difference between your profit level and the profit level of your business partners, you can make anywhere between 5 to 20% wholesale profit. Yeah, so if somebody came on board at that level, let's say they came on board at the 25% level, which is known as a fast start, and in the UK that is £193. Yeah, you get enough product for about 3 people. You also get a 12-month money back guarantee on that product as well. But then they would make £25 for sharing £100 worth of product. You would make the 15% difference, so you would make £15, and so forth. You can see the difference between 35 and 20. But what's going to happen is they are going to want to get to the 40% level just like you, because that's when they're maximizing their income. And this is where you're going to be plugging them into some simple processes, like I mentioned earlier on, using some simple tools which will help them to do more sponsoring. And as you can see here, it says sponsoring increases volumes and volumes increase profit. So as they climb the profit levels, they get closer and closer to that 40%. Now, once they're at 40%, they're at the master affiliate level, which is the same level where you are. But that means you're no longer getting wholesale profit, but that's not actually negative, it's actually positive, because now you open up a third avenue of income for yourself, which is called residual income. Now we all understand about residual bills because we have to pay these bills month in and month out. Yeah, and so if we don't pay these bills, we're going to get some nice red letters coming through the door. So we understand about residual bills. So if we can understand that much about residual bills, why not understand about residual income? So let me help you to understand what I'm saying. Here you are again. There you are at the top. Let's say that the person who you helped into the business was called John. John comes into the business. You plug John into the simple systems and tools that we have. He starts building his business, gets to that top profit level. Now the reality of John being at the top profit level would be John and his group doing about £2,000 worth of business. Now notice what I said. I said John and his group. I didn't say John by himself. So let me help you to understand where that £2,000 is coming from. Any personal purchases that John does, any customers that John has, any distributors that John has who's not already at that top profit level, and any of their customers and distributors, all of that activity adds up to the £2,000. So as you can imagine, £2,000 is not a big figure to hit. Yeah, but what will happen is the company understands that that you are still working with John. You're going to continue to work with John, so they will take a look at all the volume that John does, and out of company profits, they're going to pay you 8% of that volume. Now John goes away and speaks to Andrew. Andrew doesn't have to be in the same country as him, because Andrew can plug into the same processes using the same tools no matter where in the Reliv world he is. And so that's what happens with Andrew. Andrew plugs into the system. The company looks at all of the volume going through Andrew's organization. The company's going to give you 6% of that. Now, if you notice, you get less percentage than John, because John is probably working more with Andrew than you are. Yeah, but Andrew would not have got into the business had you not had helped John. So you should still get remunerated for your effort, and you're going to be part of the training process anyway. And so the same thing with Anna. Maybe in another country than Andrew. Same with Nina. Same with Khalid. All of these people, it's because people are sharing the product because of the results that they're having, and they're growing their business. And because they're plugging into simple systems using some simple tools, they're able to do that without having to worry about being a salesperson or a business person. And you can see the percentages are going down, but what you're actually seeing is more people in your organization, which means you're actually making more money. Now, if you could create a level of income for yourself by finding a leader like John, and it duplicating 5 levels down because of the momentum that is happening, if you wanted to create more income for yourself, obviously the logical thing you're going to do is you're going to find more people like John. So let me show you the power of multiplication. So here you are. Now notice, because everybody likes to share good news, most people are going to go to their centers of influence. You're not going to stay in your center of influence, but you're going to go to your centers of influence. And so you may find 3 people, yeah, and they may be in your centers of influence or not. But over time, you'll find 3 leaders that each people still only doing 2,000 as a group of people. But now you have 6,000 going for your organization. The company's still going to give you 8% of that, which is £480. Again, those people go to their centers of influence, and then they start moving out of their centers of influence. They find in their own 3 fired up people that really want to impact people's lives as well. But now look what's happening. You got 18,000 going for your organization because you got 9 people. The company's going to give you 6% of that, which is £1,080. It's amazing how word spreads, because many people who were in this business, they heard about it by someone else who got really good results on the product, and then they decided to take it on board based on their recommendation. Very rarely did they just search it online and find it. It was normally 98% of the time it was through a referral. And that's going to happen here, but look what's going to happen now. You got 27 people for your organization, 54,000 going for your organization at the moment. Now 4% of that is £2,160. You see, now your residual income is getting quite serious. Now you're talking about nearly over close to 4,000 a month of residual. And the only reason why this is happening is because people are using simple systems, simple tools that are duplicatable, and so everybody can do this. Yeah, so it duplicates again centers of influence, and other people around that goes to 81 people. Now, how many of you could mentor and train 81 people listening in? I'm sure you couldn't. That's a lot of people. But I'm sure the majority of you could mentor 3 people using some simple processes and some simple tools that are designed to do the majority of the telling and the selling for you. Well, for that reason now, you have got 162,000 going for your organization. 3% of that is £4,860. Now, not only would you have 243 people on your 5th level, not only would your business be producing 486,000 on that level alone, but if these products are as good as we say they are, how many families and individuals do you think you're impacting positively when you have got that much product going through your organization? You see, indirectly, you're helping thousands of people, thousands. But these figures that I'm showing you here don't replace each other. They're actually cumulative. So within any given time period, and we can't tell you what that time period is, it all depends on your work ethic, it all depends on your desire, it all depends on what you want to do. It could be 1 year, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years, it could be 20 years, we don't know. Like I said, it's all to do with your own personal drive. But within a given time period, there's a potential monthly income here of £18,300. Now, normally when you mention that to people who are not used to that kind of income on a monthly basis, normally you get kind of 2 reactions. You get one reaction where people start possibility thinking, yeah, wow, okay, let me try this, let me see what can happen, because it can get me out of the rut that I'm in. And then you got the other type of person that will look at it and go, yeah, right, and completely disbelieve it with skepticism and many times, unfortunately, cynicism. First of all, you can't take somebody further than they want to go. But what I would say to you is that you have to look at things with open eyes, and you have to be able to look outside of the box. Because if you're not able to look outside of the box, you will always be governed by what the box tells you. And a lot of times people are put into boxes that says 18,300 is a yearly salary, not a monthly salary. So if that is in their mindset, then their mind has already stopped them from even achieving half of the potential of that. But you have to be able to think outside of the box. There are many people that have done things that were supposed to be impossible. A good example of that is Bannister, the gentleman that broke the 4-minute mile, Roger Bannister. It was supposed to be impossible for the 4-minute mile to be broken. For years people tried it and it was supposed to be an impossibility. But then comes along Roger Bannister, and Roger Bannister goes away and breaks the 4-minute mile. Yeah. Since Roger Bannister has broke that record, many other people have come along and gone underneath 4 minutes for the mile. In fact, we have college students today who break the 4-minute mile. And the reason why that is because Roger Bannister stepped outside of the box, didn't listen to the naysayers, went and did something that was supposed to be impossible, and he paved the way. In other words, gave permission for everyone else to come and do the same. So if there was no one in your family, in your centers of influence, who have ever earned 18,300 a month or more, then why not you be the Roger Bannister in your centers of influence and show people how the impossible can be possible, and then give them the permission to go and do the same. Well, again, even if you try to do that and 50% of it didn't happen, you're still looking at over 9,000 a month. Even if 75% of it didn't happen, you're still looking at over 4,000 a month. Yeah. So the question is, what is it that you're doing right now that could potentially pay you a fraction of what could potentially happen of 4,000 a month? I mean, to put that into perspective for you to have £4,000 of a residual income a month, you'd have to have over £1 million in some kind of financial vehicle saved up. That's the reality. But this is what you could potentially develop with this opportunity. This is only the third way we get paid. Fourth way is called cash bonuses and trips. The company are very big on sending people away on international travel. We've been in places like Hawaii, Monte Carlo, Mexico, the Canadian Rocky Mountains, all over Canada. We've been at many places. We're going to Greece later on this year. We just come back from Barcelona. So there are many places and many opportunities for you to travel, and the company do treat you very, very well. Reason being because they want you to tell other people how good you've been treated, to build that excitement so that people will want to know what we do, get involved, and the end result is more people will be impacted with our products. There's also cash bonuses. There's cash in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And while you're building up your residual income check, because let's face it, a residual income check does take a while to build up, but while you're building that, you can use the cash bonuses to help with your cash flow. And so, guys, this is a realistic compensation plan that is designed to help everybody who is willing to go and do some work. It's not just going to drop on your lap, but if you're willing to do the work, then you'll be rewarded accordingly. Have the ambassador program. Now, the reason why the company came up with the ambassador program was because they wanted people who had built businesses to be able to teach and train those upcoming distributors. And as an ambassador, anywhere in the Reliv world where you could potentially be requested to go, the company could pay you to go to that country, pay for you to do the training, flight accommodation, all your expenses, and fly you back home. You see, they understand that you have the ability to do it because you've done it, and they want to pay you for your knowledge. there is also more cash bonuses, different more ways of earning in the ambassador program. But there's like a jewelry program incorporating Rolex watches and rings and bracelets and all kinds of nice stuff like that. A car allowance program. There's all good stuff in this program. But really, what I want you to understand is this company believe in a principle known as sowing and reaping. They understand if they invest in individuals' lives, not only are those individuals going to grow, but the company overall is going to continue to prosper as well. So they will pay you for your knowledge. Now, this is the second to last slide. So before we get into this slide, I just want to share some business stories with you. What is happening to people that have decided to use Reliv as a platform to change their finances? So take a look.
Business has been beautiful. It has allowed, like Tom said, opportunities for us that most people don't even dare to dream about.
We got started part-time, about 15 hours a week that first year.
When I saw the Reliv opportunity, I knew that this was a way out of that 9-to-5 grind and that daily commute of 3 hours that I had.
I was so enthusiastic about a product that people around me and friends around me also wanted to try it.
So I came in at the top profit level, got the products at the same time, and I started sharing right away before I got results.
The three-way calls and the Monday calls and the BOM evenings were helping me very well to expand this business.
At the beginning, I was earning a few €100.
So our very first check was around £30. We knew we had to get to work to increase that.
The business started like that. And after 2 years, I decided to resign my part-time job and to work full-time for Reliv.
True treasure, time with my husband, time with our family. Our boys and our daughter know my husband in a better way than most kids ever even can imagine possible.
I've been able to do things with my family that most dads can't do. Got involved in coaching at high school level, baseball, which is a lot of fun, and the golf team, which is a lot of fun.
My kids both went to out-of-state colleges now, and they're still debt-free, junior and senior in college. And because of that income, they're debt-free. And they're not going to come out with loans where so many other people are.
What I'm the most proud of is to have given a job to more than 200 people.
You know, when you're helping a lot of people and because the products worked, we didn't have to sell. So our business just grew organically.
And our checks just got bigger and bigger each month. So that gave us, which was the most important thing that we wanted, and that was choice. So for us, that's just been fantastic.
That's probably the best part about it, was that the income was great, but it was the time freedom it allowed us and the freedom of choices.
Okay, so as the slide says, be the best boss you've ever had. There are many people that are looking for answers. There are many people that are looking for a better way of life. They want to enjoy more family freedom. They want to have more time freedom, financial freedom. They want to live life by design and not by default. They want to build those relationships and they want to do all the things that they currently cannot do. And this is a way for people to realize their dreams, because most people unfortunately have had their dreams squashed. And if you ask any child when they are younger what it is that they want to do, they'll tell you that they want to be an astronaut, a pilot, they want to be a brain surgeon, they want to be a movie star, they want to do this, they want to do that. So all these big goals and dreams. But then when you track that child moving forward, you can see how people try to pigeonhole them in schools and say, don't try and do that, you should be doing this. People try to compare them to other people, saying they're not good enough. People try to put their own ideas on what that child should do, and because they get a lot of negativity thrown at them every single time this happens, this is just pushing their dreams and their goals further and further and further to the back of their head, until they're so far back in their head they are no longer dreaming. They are literally just falling into the system. Yeah, they fall into the system of 9 to 5. Yeah, they go through the school system, get their job, 9 to 5, work their job. The money comes in, the money goes out. Then it comes in again, then it goes out again. Then unfortunately, there's even more month than money sometimes. But what it is because their goals and their dreams have been so suppressed, they're just not doing it no more. And so the worst time of the week is a Monday morning because they got work. Best time of the week is a Friday afternoon because they've got the whole weekend to look forward to. And then the most depressing time of the week is a Sunday evening because they got work on Monday morning. And they do this week in and week out, year in and year out. Work the job till they're 65, in fact now it's 70. Then they retire, get their pension, and then they realize they can't actually survive on their pension, so then they have to get a part-time job to supplement their pension. Guys, do you think that life has to be like that? I personally do not think life has to be like that. But you are where you are today because of the choices that you made up until this point. Wherever you're going to be 5 years from now, it's going to be because of those same choices that you make. So I want you just to put an imaginary bubble in the air, and in that bubble I want to put all your goals, all your dreams, all your aspirations, all the things that you want to achieve in life. Put them in that bubble. And then if I ask you the question today, are you living your dream or are you just paying your bills? What would you say? Guys, if you're not happy with that situation, then the only way you're going to get happy with it is by doing something about it. Because the height of insanity is doing the same things that you've always done, but expecting different results. So if you've seen something that could potentially change your life today, and you've got eyes to see and ears to hear, you may want to get back to the person who invited you to look at this information, and they can help you to move forward. Because guys, there are two types of ways to get started, and in here you can start either as a customer or you can start as a distributor. Now there's some people that will look at the information, they'll say products sound really, really good, but a business is just not for me. And if that is where you're at, that's absolutely fine, because everybody has the right to make that choice. But I'm sure that most people would agree with me when I say most people either want to look younger, live longer, or be healthier. So you may want to get on the product. Worst case scenario, you get your money back. Best case scenario, you take something that's going to impact your life. Or you may be thinking about 2 or 3 people you know needs these products. You may want to consider a distributor. You get enough product for about 2 or 3 people. Like I said, that's about £193. Yeah, and then you'll be at the 25% level at that point. You can start building towards that master affiliate level, which is the 40% level. Yeah, because the master affiliate level is the leadership level, so you want to get there as quickly as possible. So whichever level you come on board the business, the focus should be to get to that level. And if you're using the simple processes and the simple tools in place, you should be able to get there. But any decision to join Reliv is a good one. So now all you need to do is get back to the person who invited you to look at this information, and they can help you to move forward and start you on your Reliv journey to not just change your life, but change the life of many, many people that you have not even met yet. So this was me, Jason Gregory, European Sales Manager for Reliv Europe, and I look forward to working with you. I look forward to coming out on the field and seeing you and your teams grow. I look forward to seeing you on stage being rewarded for your hard efforts, and I look forward to seeing how you are changing your lives through these products and in this business opportunity. So take care, and I'll speak to you soon.